Some parts of the world have too much rain and others have very little. What happens when there is too little rain? A drought is a long period of dry weather, when no rains fall for weeks, months, or sometimes even years. Regular droughts. Many parts of the world have regular droughts every year. These places have a dry season and a wet season. The countries around the Mediterranean Sea, for example, have rain in winter and droughts in summer. People plan for dry periods by storing water and by growing crops that can survive in the dry weather. Deserts have droughts all the time, and desert people are experts at surviving in dry conditions. Unexpected droughts. Unexpected droughts cause the most dangerous damage. If it doesn't rain in the wet season, there is no water to store for the dry season. Droughts cause rivers, lakes, reservoirs, and wells to dry up. Plants wither and animals die. Animals trample the ground down hard as they search for plants to eat and water to drink. The animals die or their owners have to kill and eat them. The soil becomes dry and dusty and is blown away in strong winds. In the hot sunshine, the dry plants may catch fire. Even when the rain returns, crops may not grow well because the soil has been blown away. With no crops for food and no animals left to provide meat or milk, country people starve unless they can get food from somewhere else. People who live in towns and cities are affected too, because when food is in short supply, prices rise and it becomes too expensive for some people to buy the food they need. Drought and famine. A long period of drought can cause a famine. A famine is when a large number of people in an area do not have enough to eat. Famine causes people to become weaker and weaker, and they are unable to fight off disease. Many babies and children and adults die of starving and diseases. Between July 2011 and 2012, the worst drought in 60 years affected the whole east of East Africa. It caused serious food shortages across Somalia, Djibouti, Ethiopia, Kenya, Sudan, South Sudan, and parts of Uganda. As many as 260,000 people died. Many refugees from southern Somalia fled to neighboring Kenya and Ethiopia, where crowded, dirty conditions and severe food shortages lead to even more deaths. India has suffered from many droughts and famines. Several droughts struck the Orissa regions of India in 1998 when after several years with little rain. The monsoon rain failed to arrive. Crops withered and died, and more than 500,000 people had to leave their home in search of food somewhere else. Many starved to death. Did you know? From 1931 to 1938, a severe drought hit the southern Great Plains of the United States. To plant crops, the farmers had plucked up the grassland that kept the soil in place. As the land dried up, the soil blew away. The area became useless for farming and was named the Dust Bowl.